Okay, karmic number 5. So very quickly, karma, in my eyes, makes up a utility of what you carry with you. Okay, so basically numbers can open up a whole new world for you. Okay, so if you're dealing with a world, you would be dealing with a 3 or a Pisces for a lot of you. Okay, so the majority of you here, if you're watching this as a 5, you can watch it as a Sagittarius, as a Taurus, because on the major arcana card of star sign it says 5. Okay, this is how we break it down. We will get on, but a lot of people are getting lost, and you could be dealing with a Virgo or a life path 9. Okay, so how does it work? You can watch a Taurus as a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, doesn't matter. You're looking for the energy of 5. You can also watch it as a life path 5. Now, when you break down the energy of life paths, you can watch it as a life path of a, say, 4, and then you've got a life path 1, you add them together and you get a 5. Okay, so you can watch it as if your partner is a life path 4 and you are a life path 1, but whatever sequence that is of the life experiences of karma is a life path and a life path that come together to make that karmic number. That is the idea of what I'm kind of trying to tell everybody. Okay, numbers are what will open up a whole new world for you, but it's very important for you to realize, because some people are taking the number of their star sign, which is fine. Like I said, if you are watching this, you can watch it as Taurus and Sag, because they both have 5 cards. Okay, but the whole aspect of the mirror is between what is your experience karmically with a person of both of your numbers that come together to make a number. Okay, so don't forget, you can watch this reading as a life path 5, a Sagittarius, a Taurus, any number of your life path and somebody else, doesn't even matter, can take a friend, it doesn't matter, a son, a daughter, your partner. Add those together. If that sequence comes to a 5, you can watch this reading. Okay, so I'm trying to do that for everybody, but this is a different way, a different method completely, and I feel that it's getting lost in the way of where a visionary would see the vision, but getting you guys to see the vision and notice the sequence of numbers is going to show you the energy of karma, because karma is something that is carried with you. It's genetics. You look like your ancestors. Okay, so if you look at what is carried, is basically what lessons are carried into my future. Okay, so then we look at past, present, future. Don't worry about it. But that's how I see karmic energy, is what you take from an experience. 2 life paths are a life experience. Karma or dharma. Is it going very well or is it very bad? Okay. Okay, so for the energy of 5, what is it that they have coming up this week for the energy of 5, please? For the karmic energy of 5, karma or dharma. But for the energy of 5, what do they have coming up this week? Okay, so you could be dealing with a life path 7 or a Cancerian or something that may be of concern. I'm also hearing a Stern, the name Stern, Pucci. Okay, Paula, Piscean for a lot of you. Okay, so for instance, if you have anybody in your family that has a 5 placement, you would be in this reading because you would be involved in their life. Okay, so it's global stuff. You just look for the message, really. Okay, but for some of you, there may be slight distance that you have between your partner. You might be having your car MOT'd. Okay, you might be doing things around your car this week. Okay, that could be coming up. It could be, like I said, a general MOT. If you're looking at relationship, there might be where you work for a living in a car. Okay, or your partner works for a living in a car, or they are basically a life path 7 or a Cancerian. But as a general message and rule of thumb, there is something that could be happening around someone's car. I'm also hearing under the thumb. So this would also be Mick Jagger. Okay, so Mick, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. But also a rule of thumb, meaning somebody could be under the thumb. Okay, or looking for a thumbprint. Okay, fingerprint, thumbprint. Let's see, printing. Some of you might be printing a t-shirt or doing something around t-shirts or printing. Okay, Pritzer. I'm also hearing the name Pritzer or Paula. Let's see. For the energy of 5, karmic energy of number 5, what do they have coming up this week? So You've got 8, Leo or an Aquarian, anywhere in someone's chart, your own even, okay? Stephen, I'm also hearing the name Stephen, okay? But there's this energy of wanting to be able to travel and see the person and to go over to see them, is what I'm hearing. Like, I want to come over to see you. Is that okay that I come over to see you? Okay. If not, if I say not, you say Pisces swinging on a tree. So it might be a Pisces involved here, okay? But there's an energy of like, in and out the door. So it could be a Gemini that could be definitely involved here. There might be someone that is involved around music, which would be a DAW. So there could be a lot of where the feminine or masculine, but we're going to look at feminine, masculine just for argument's sake. Some of you, I'm hearing that someone is very argumentative around you, or so it might be this side that's very argumentative. But as a general rule of thumb here, I'm picking up that someone might be like myself into angel radio, mixing, mastering, doing all of that kind of stuff, right, around music. Out of space, I'm hearing out of time, out of space. Some of you might be time and space is a VST, so you might be buying products around interested in music, basically, for a lot of you, or this person is, like myself. But like out of time, out of space, out of luck. So luck, Lucy, Lucifer, Laura, Capricorn, Lucy, Lucille, breaking the seal. Some of you have like, okay, someone's breaking themselves or breaking into somebody. There might be a break-in where there might be something around your car that gets broke into, or it might have something to do around sex. Let's see. For the energy of 5, what do they have coming up this week? So the golden ticket. So some of you might be Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, might be eating chocolate, or Rocky Roads, or you're from Rhodes Island or Rhodes, Louisiana, Louise, Lucy. Louise, I keep hearing Louise. Liz, Lucy, Laura, Liz, Tyler, Tarot. Some of you into Tanya. We're saying Tatiana or Tanya. Okay, Tanya. Great Britannia. Some of you are seeing someone in Great Britain. Okay, Great Britain. Or this person is. Unless your name's Brittany. I very much doubt it would be Spears, but I am definitely hearing Gavin or Steers or Elliot. E.T. home phone. Some of you phone someone quite a lot and you're like, hello, is that you, Belinda? Belinda. Bell. B. Anybody beginning with B? Brian. I'm hearing Brian. Brainy. Bridie. Beth. But Brian. Keep in the name Brian. Brawn. Also Brawn. Someone's quite stocky. Okay, Brawn. Let's see. So for the energy of 5, what have they got coming up? So 5, there you go, 5s. So Johnny 5, John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jackie. I keep hearing Jack my bitch up. Some of you might need your car jacking. Okay, unless it's being hijacking, unless it's being hijacked, okay, like someone always asks for a lift somewhere, okay, they might be always asking for a lift. Can you give me a lift here? Can you give me a lift there? Can I borrow your car? It's in for an MOT, or I'm looking to buy a car. Some of you are lending your car to somebody here. I'm hearing a car rental. Rent. Some of you, your rent has gone up here, or someone always talks about money all the time. Money. Rent is going up, the bills are going up, the gas is going up, the electric is going up, my MOT is going up, my insurance is going up. Okay, so somebody here might be out of work, and it could be government seeking help from the government, and someone here has a car. Because this can also be, a loan. Student loan or a grant or a loan from the government to be able to get a car, to be able to function, to get to work. Okay, but this could be mobility allowance. So it could be mobile, it could be incapacitated, so like you might work for children, say for instance, that need lifts to school that are in wheelchairs. This could be incapacity benefit where someone is incapacitated where they can't work because of a general illness, or they can't find work, or they can't be asked or can't be bothered. I don't know. But I'm hearing like, I need mobility and I need this car and it enables me, but a disabled person. So in Britain, I don't know if this is in America or anywhere else, but you can claim for disability allowance, meaning there's a certain illness that someone has that gives them disability that allows you to have a disabled car. Okay, so it helps you function. So in the UK, if you're not aware of this, in the UK you get disability allowance. If you are disabled or if you are unable to work because of an illness, you also get money for a car. So if you have children that are disabled, okay, I used to work for companies like this, taxi service, but like if you have children that are disabled, for instance, right, and you look after disabled children, you can get a disabled person's living allowance, and it gives you access to a car to be able to transport the children because they are disabled. Okay, so if they have, I don't know, like a health concern within their mind, that would be money that you can claim from the government. If it is children that do not have access to be able to get to and from school because it would be a van that needs to be driven, then it would be a larger car. Okay. I'm also hearing Elijah or Lee or Laura or Lucy or Lucifer. A Capricorn could be involved. But I'm also hearing disabled. Devi, Evie, Eve, Steve also could be involved here. But don't forget, we're looking globally at people that are also around you. Okay. So if you have, this is why messages come through. If you've got family members, if you've got brothers or sisters and have that placement, they're going to be in your life. They will be in your reading, okay? So there is someone here that is claiming incapacity benefit, okay, for being disabled or unable to work. Now, because you're dealing with like Cain and Abel, you could really be dealing with someone as a walking stick or an elderly person. You might also be dealing with an Adam and Eve, which would be Cain and Abel, which would be Gemini or /6 Capricorn, okay? Man, I see, this is why I'm probably not going to continue on with these, because this is just going to confuse the fuck out of a lot of people. Right, I think sometimes the vision is just a little bit too advanced for some. But again, the message here, we also go off your love life, right, if it's here. But somebody here is more concerned about money, about their stability of life, about incapacity benefit and their access to my children. I'm worried about my kids. I'm worried about my children's future. We are the world. 3, a Pisces. The world is a 3. We are the world. We are the future. We are the ones that make a brighter day. So let's start living. So living, or like anybody beginning with L, okay, but like so let's start living allowance. How much am I allowed per day? Somebody could be on the breadline here. Okay, could be a Leo or an Aquarian placement of 8, but on the breadline, meaning how much can I afford to spend? It's check, by day by day. Colin, day. Anybody that has a name of Day or Colin or Dan, Danielle, Danny. Okay, Zuko. I'm hearing Danny Zuko. Zoe, the name Zoe, okay, So, what do you say now then? Now then, fuck, if Jim will fix it, if you come up once more in my energy, bruv, you want to fuck off. Jim didn't do fuck all about fixing nothing. Okay, sorry, it's just that I keep getting the goddamn paedophile that keeps coming up in my energy in here. Okay, something about fixing a car, basically, okay? Needing a car fixed. Car fixed. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything about, because that could just be a message from spirit. There could be someone here that's suffering or like has some kind of traumatic experience of child abuse, okay? Could have suffered as a child, okay? Could have always been the one that has suffered as a child. Could have had a lot of blame going on in their family. like the odd one out. Okay, I've always been the one that's been odd. I've always, like odds and even, like Stephen. Okay, but like you're always very odd. You're always the one that that makes a brighter day, but you're always the one that's cast as weird. Right, weird. I'm also picking up a widow, Charlotte, or Charlotte's Web, or widow. I'm also picking up the name Billy Webb. So Billy is also my nickname. So name Nikki, Nicole, Nigel, Nicola. I'm also picking up Nicola. I'm also picking up Nikki Black Market. Something about someone that works on the market.com on the computer. Dominic, Donna. And you're getting some names here. Let's see. Dan. Dominatrix. I keep hearing dominating. Someone's very dominant. That would be a 5 more than likely here. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see. So show me the divine masculine that is connected to the 5, please. So you got 2. You got like a Libra energy maybe, or a life path 2. But don't forget, you know, as you're watching this as a 5, if there's an energy that makes 5, 7, 8, 9, no, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which is a 6. Misleaded, the name Lee. Laura, misled. I misled you. I'm leading. Someone here is fearful of someone leading them down the garden path. Leading. Lee, the name Lee. Lisa. Because I keep hearing an Elvis Presley, and I will lead you everywhere. My teddy bear, I can lead you anywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. Making each day of the year. Changing my life with a wave of a hand. Nobody can deny that there's something there. I will be everywhere, but if I could but to love her is to lead her everywhere. Anyway, show me the divine masculine connected to 5, please. Paul McCartney. So Paul, Pauline, Paula, Paul as a guy, Pauline, Jolene, Joe, Jody, Joni, Jolene, Dolly Parton, Parsons. Oh, actually, I used to work for a Parsons that used to actually do this as a living. Okay, so there might be a message for someone there. Either looks after elderly, okay, or looks after children as, what do you call it, where you, the government give you a house, and what you do is you look after disadvantaged children, okay, so you don't just have one, you have a few. So you have like a large house, and you have like quite a few children that live with you, like fostering, okay. So they foster, Jody, foster, Cock, Frost, foster, Frost, but also, yeah, so the energy of, why was I hearing Frosty the Snowman? Something to do with snow. Snow? Snow? Your mother's a snowblower? There's someone on the old cocaine? Snow blowing? Blowing? Blow. Blow. Go on, blow on it. Someone wants to blow someone off here. So you got Virgo. So you got this lost without you. Okay, I'm lost without you. Let's see. Show me the divine masculine connected to 5, please. 10 of Wands. God, man, it's oppression is what I'm hearing. Depression. Someone could be clinically depressed. That might be because of no work. There could be oppression, like I'm very fucking oppressed because I don't have any money. Okay. Oppression is like everything is fucking very expensive. I can't seem to get out of the rabbit hole because of oppression. Like we're suffering by the government rules. We're suffering by not having money but no jobs. And there are no jobs available. Or the name Rob or Robin or Robert. But oppression. Like we're suffering through lack of money, lack of attention, lack of motivation. or a lass. Okay, someone from up north or Alaska, but like a lack of motivation, lacquer. Someone that's got ginger hair, lacquer. Someone uses a lot of hair lacquer. Or whacker day. Timmy Mallet, Timothy, T. Let's see. God, oppression, depression. Someone's very like depressed, clinically depressed here, with probably the signs of depression, but more oppression of really struggling financially here. Struggling to find work, struggling to find a direction or an erection. Someone that just cannot, it might be something that is, where it might need Viagra or something like that. Okay, but here, like struggling to find the answer to life. That's a Virgo all day long. That's a life path 9 or a Virgo. They all struggle to find the answer because they're 9. That's what the star sign means. Struggling to find clarity, struggling to settle for the energy of what I don't know. So I'm not dropping it. I'm not letting it go. Okay, I just can't find my way. Can't seem to find my way out. Can't seem to find my way in. That can also be a Virgo energy. Just kind of like misdirected, misled, misunderstood. Could be an individual person's feelings. I'm just misunderstood. Show me the other person connected to 5, please. King of Cups. That's not misleading. That's leading me everywhere. Under the thumb. Could be listening to Mick Jagger. Okay, or Mick or Michael. But like, Con it. You alright, Michael? Con it. Yeah, come on down, bruv. There's a lot of energy of like struggling to find financial aid is really what I'm picking up here for the majority of this message. Your love life with the King of Cups could well be here, okay? This could well be you here if you're a 7 or a Cancerian and you're watching. Okay, it could have a lot to do with family. Could have a lot to do with like depressive family members, okay? But yeah, if I'm kind of looking at whatever message this is meaning, like your karmic cycle of Michael, but the karmic cycle is really leading to a lot of like depressive thoughts, oppression, expenses, overheads, never live above your means, always live below your means. Always realize where you come from because you came from nothing. So what you have is always something, okay, unless you're on the streets, okay, but then my gosh, you're fit and don't you just know it, right? So I'll give you about a 9 or an 8. Okay, but like, never live above your means. Always be humble from where you've come from. But then again, when you look at depression, clinical signs of depression or oppression, the more you think that you're struggling, the more you always will, because you'll relive out the energy of past. You never get to live out of present tense. But that can be the struggles of an actual 9 or Virgo, okay? So, when you look at clinical sides of depression and also counselling, when you're being counselled for such, what you go through is the energy of where they get you to look at your past. They get you to relive trauma, okay? Traumatic experiences are anything within a method of actually letting it go. But when they're teaching you and learning you to let it go, they're actually teaching you to remember it. So remembering past is never a good energy of remembering joy, happiness, where I came from. It's always the past where I came from. But again, in recovery, whether it be drugs or alcohol or oppression or depression, okay, the energy is always recovered, not recovering. If you're a recovering addict, you will always be recovering. If you're a recovering alcoholic, you will always make aware that you don't drink. So you'll always remember that you've come from being an alcoholic. So you relive the fact that I'm an alcoholic, okay? Eventually, you have to drop that energy and let it go. Whatever it is that you hold on to, you find tension and strain in work, the ability to have motivation and move forward. Okay, so you're always holding on to the memories of the past. Okay, so basically whenever you look at counselling or talking to people, majority of humans bring up the energy of past, oppression, where we came from, what was life like many years ago, you know, where did we, you know, back in days at Thusla when we all come from threepence happening, we was having war and everybody was fucking killing each other. Well, they still are. What's changed? Fuck all. Everybody's still killing one another. Okay, so basically you're never going to change the world. The world is going to be what it is. Okay, you can never change it. The only person you can do is think of yourself and be selfish like a Pisces. When you do, you get classed as arrogant. So you'll have more conflict of visionary aspects. I have a vision. Do people believe it? No, not always, no. Do they always get the ticket of what I know of what they don't? No, not always, no. Is it a struggle in order to be someone that's visionary? Yes, of course it is. Because you have to fight against people's opinion. People have an opinion, then what do you cause? An argument. When you cause an argument, it's very argumentative. Is it best to just say, fuck everybody? Leave everybody alone and just let them do what the fuck they want, because that's pretty much what they're going to do. But when you look at government rule us. So they will always have puppets and strings and different things that we will never know. So what's the point in knowing? What's the point of knowing the outcome of life? What is the point of knowing life? It isn't. It's the case of living presently for what you have. Fuck everybody else. If everybody else has a certain aspect of what they believe, all you will do is fight against their ego. When you do that, you will form an opinion of an argument that someone will argue against your vision. Your vision is your vision alone. But are people going to jump on the bandwagon? It would take a lot of work to educate people in a certain aspect. Okay, but is that really worth your time? Is that really worth your time and effort to keep putting it in? Okay, people will say, yeah, but I'm putting work into myself. What? Reliving the past? Is that putting work into yourself of reliving out of past? Of course it isn't. That's why everybody says each reading, each week, each month, you're putting work into yourself. Great. Living out of what? Past. Past. Present tense is not fearful. It's not fear. If you're living out of past, you're living out of fear. If you're living presently, you don't care. So you go forward fearlessly. Okay. So when you are fearful, you're not worried about the future of what may become of it because you haven't experienced it. So if you're living presently of fear of being stuck, you're not getting anywhere. You're waiting. So you're sitting, waiting patiently for what? The aspect of unknown future. So where are you living? Out of the past. The reflection of still of what is to become of my future. I can't do it yet. Can't find work yet. Can't get a job yet. Okay. Still got work to do on myself still for the future. Okay. So where are you living? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the fact that a lot of people live out of the past reflection of themselves. Constantly all the time. They relive it. Okay. So where does it take you? Down a rabbit hole of what? Depression, anxiety, fear of the future, the unknown. Okay. So anyway, that's what we have for you. What's this relating to? Money and oppression, basically. Okay, depression, clinical depression, not being able to get to your partner. There may be distance between you and a partner, or this one and this one. To get there, there is work that is needed, but majority it's because one of them may be thinking more out of a past aspect of when the other person's thinking, well, I'm just here waiting. I'm just here waiting for you to catch up as a vision and also as everybody else. I'm waiting for you to catch up with my method. Future, not past. Okay? So that's what we've got for you. 5, okay? Taurus, Sagittarius, life path 5, anywhere, okay, doesn't matter, okay, your partner, your mum, your brother, your sister, they have a 5, anywhere, you're in the reading, okay, so yeah, it's just a bit of fun. We're probably going to give up because I just don't think the vision is going to click on yet, okay, but as we go on, it is basically still the same as me doing a Sagittarius Taurus if you was to look at it that way. Okay, so there you go. That's what we've got. If you want to join, it'll be the full access bundle. The good part about that is the fact that you can follow your star signs and you can also follow the numbers as we only go to 9. As soon as it reaches 10, it reaches a 1. So you go and watch 1. Okay. It was just helping me out, but I still don't think people kind of get it really. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But if you want to join, you can obviously watch all of these, all of those. It's on the full access bundle. Everything is over there. You can find the link provided below. The email is below if you want a personal reading. Anything like that, you can find it below. As a music producer myself, and you might like my music, it is all free. You might like Angel Radio. If you do, you can find that link below as well. Okay? Alright guys, thanks very much. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.